The Pirates Sports Report kicks off with a PSC women's basketball star from Crestview who will grab your attention. Kataya Casey brings the skills, attitude, and an impressive family history. Kataya Casey took up basketball as a youngster, but it wasn't until she watched a game at Gulf Coast State College that she realized the amazing hoops legacy in her house.
I see my mom in the Hall of Fame there. And I was like, oh, well, she always talks about being big, so now I actually see that she was actually really good.
Keonda Williams was the first All-American for Gulf Coast, won the National Junior College Player of the Year award in 1998, and went on to play in the SEC at Alabama. As young Kataya started to excel, advice from mom helped her navigate the path.
In middle school, it was a little difficult because I was definitely the best player on the team. I know a lot of people were young, like a lot of girls hadn't played before. She taught me like sometimes you gotta be a leader and you gotta lead. But you know what everyone else is supposed to do, so like help them out.
With mom jumping in as an assistant coach, Kataya shined at Crestview High School, scoring over 1,000 career points. As a sophomore, she attended a camp at Pensacola State and caught the coach's eye in a number of ways.
First thing that stood out obviously was her hair. It was different. You just don't see that with a lot of high school students. But then the next part was just how tough and feisty she was. I think she may have been the only kid there that took a charge. When you see someone who's willing to do that and just puts their body on the line, like that kid has a little bit of toughness and grit.
Kataya ended up signing with PSC, and as a freshman, that toughness paid immediate dividends. But she also found out just how challenging the junior college level is.
I realized that it's not the same as high school. In high school, you can get away with a lot of things, just being quick, and you cannot get away with the same things here. I had to definitely adjust, get more time in the gym to adjust to shooting and driving and passing and just getting to know my teammates and knowing what they can do.
She elevated her game impressively as a sophomore, almost doubling the scoring output with around 10 points a game, topping the team in three-point shooting and among the leaders in steals and assists. But her biggest impact goes beyond the stats, a willingness to do all the little things and an off-the-charts basketball IQ.
There's a lot of times where there's certain things I don't have to say because she will say them before I can, relaying messages to her teammates, things that she sees on the court. I think all of her teammates know if they need anything, they can rely on her. I think a lot of them know if there's a question that they don't want to ask the coaches, they'll ask her because she'll ask or she'll already know.
Nobody's never perfect, but I feel like Kataya's perfect. She always has it together. That's why she's one of the best leaders on this team. She's a leader to me, even though we're in the same grade. She always knows what's going on. She's never confused. She never is angry at anybody. She says the right things. Kataya is the best.
It should not be a surprise that Kataya excels in the classroom as well. At Crestview, all 4 years on honor roll, graduating magna cum laude, and now Dean's List at PSC.
I'm always trying to do my work early because I know that if I procrastinate, it could be going wrong, So I make sure I do everything early and I'm just on track and I'm always taking notes of what I need to do and just jotting everything down.
The same thoroughness that fuels her success on the court. Impressive to anyone who's watching, especially her All-American mom.
She talks to me a lot about how proud she is. She says she used to watch my old games and then watching me now is so much different, how much more confident I am. She says that I've always had this push in me and that she could tell that I'm going to be a great player.
We turn to men's basketball for Meet the Pirates. It's a series of interview questions to help us get to know a PSC standout athlete. Dimitri Clerc is a 6'10 sophomore center from Geneva, Switzerland. So, Dimitri, you're a long way from home. What are some of the biggest differences between life in Switzerland and life here in Pensacola?
I'm going to say the difference between Switzerland and Florida, I'm going to say the winter. It's more cold over there in Switzerland, definitely.
You decided to come to the States for basketball. You went to a prep school in Arizona for a year. What made you decide to come to America for basketball?
Because I think basketball in America, you get more exposure than Switzerland.
When you were choosing a college, you ended up here at Pensacola State. So what was it about Pensacola State that this was the place you wanted to go?
So I got my coach from prep at Bella Vista. He told me the best place for me is going to be Pensacola State to go to the next level after. And I decided to follow him.
Any guys in the NBA that you like to watch that you try to pattern after or emulate?
I like LeBron James, Joel Embiid, But my favorite player is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. I like how he plays physically.
Oh, the Greek Freak. So
Yeah,
also a
Greek
guy
Freak.
from Europe that came over here and
Yeah.
is doing great things. How about away from the court? Any hobbies? What kind of things are you into?
I like play video game.
What video games do you get at?
I play Fortnite a bit sometimes.
Well, good luck to you. Okay. Thanks so much. Appreciate
you.
it. All
Sure.
right. That's Meet the Pirates with Dimitri Clerk. We cap off the Pirates Sports Report with a couple of very worthy plays of the month. Women's basketball against Chipola. Nautica Bowie forces the turnover and gets the pass from Kataya Casey. Takes it strong on the break, is fouled, and hits the acrobatic layup. A freshman guard from Panama City, Bowie with a fancy three-point play the hard way, producing a finish to remember. To men's basketball, also against Chipola. Amarian Savage steps in front of the pass for a steal. Savage elevates for the monster one-hand slam. A sophomore guard from Illinois, Savage with an emphatic throwdown to fire up the crowd and earn a spot on Plays of the Month.